merciless vile soul huenda na breeze. Dead ni vile vocabulary zinajengwa nini ni this. Imposters mnanijenga ni unafanya what is this. Composure yangu ni grey area force B, hapo ni trick. Merciless vile soul huenda na breeze. Dead ni vile vocabulary zinajengwa nini ni this. Imposters mnanijenga ni unafanya what is this. Composure yangu ni grey area force B, I am here like the being alipatwa tazing. Utarite about me in hizo history books za pen. Nikona the ownership kama sing. Yani sun and sun kwa sin. Uwezi kurada the future na bring. Kawe bado kwa hapo kwa sins. Kunishikanisha ni kazi ka E. Economics hakuna kukap. Kafala na kap kubonga na snap. Sipendi maslat, penda the buns. Lakini maboya hawawezi kuroga. Ni ukweli juganji ubonga. Sipendi kujoke na mboka. Siwezi shindana na nyoka. Ukihisi vile na bonga. Ni the quality mimi na shona. Nikimada pia nitashona. Niwe R&B niga na homa. Jipende pia kidonga. Usishinde ukibisha kwa roda. Tegemea ushida kutoka. Ukitoka toka na boma. Gaslight sipendi kwa nose kunusa mafegi. I'm giving you vitu deadly. Mess around tapaki na medleys. Deadlist ya vitu na need kudead before zini bedread. I don't read lakini naishi kwa head. I'm really depressing. Hapo ni tricks. Merciless vile soul huenda na breeze. Dead ni vile vocabulary zinajengwa nini ni this. Imposters mnanijenga ni unafanya what is this. Composure yangu ni grey area force B, hapo ni tricks. Merciless vile soul huenda na breeze. Dead ni vile vocabulary zinajengwa nini ni this. Imposters mnanijenga ni unafanya what is this. Composure yangu ni grey area force B.
I'm so ahead in the past tense. Been a goon since back then. School go be what's cracking. Kula pongi hadi tapping. Wengi wenu ni mayapin. Tuve to be acting. Salami sela wa ma action. Unipati no mapping. Siko kwa reda lakini na rada. We ukichezwa ni mindo uchapa sambuka sambusa kaponge kazapa tandika kimeza kule kasapa salami amekam. Mademu wanashikanisha ikitu kijam. Kuna mtu atasikia tami bado ni fiam so watagwan. Niko na plan na rap for fun. Motoka sun mi solar sun. Temp ni high utakacha ban. Rap kwangu mazoea. Mademu wanikodolea. Nao wakojolea. Pandilia kamimea. Now back to business. Sell your teens na drill kabito boa bitch. I know I'm sick me tatwe big. She love this dick she come too quick. TMI too much information. Strategize, let me get back to formation.
Hapo ni tricks. Merciless vile soul huenda na breeze. Dead ni vile vocabulary zinajengwa nini ni this. Imposters mnanijenga ni unafanya what is this. Composure yangu ni grey area force B, hapo ni tricks. Merciless vile soul huenda na breeze. Dead ni vile vocabulary zinajengwa nini ni this. Imposters mnanijenga ni unafanya what is this. Composure yangu ni grey area force B.
Long story short, niko daro na short story long story, odi jongori nilikopi nilidos juu ya moshi nilifogota roki niko Golgotha sasa ngori niko crossover matachari Mr. Moreover hatatari pita na ukora tafakari giza usola bado hii ni tall order na wacha ni shortlist bado mini composer kuna haja ni compete bado nyi ndo ngoja kuna haja ni go quick bado mi ukiongoza kuna haja ni concede anatomy ndo ubonga kuna mambo mi ufosi kuna jambo jiutoki tuna gamble new topics kuwa humble new cocky yeah had a phase when I went to bed it was hella late Satiza when I wake I was in the maze and my brother day Peter Mary Jane na kumeza gauge siku medicate my shida cheki jam ni kumeditate na kuelevate kabisa
hapo ni tricks merciless vile soul huenda na breeze dead ni vile vocabulary zinajengwa nini ni this imposters mnanijenga ni unafanya what is this composure yangu ni grey area force B hapo ni tricks merciless vile soul huenda na breeze dead ni vile vocabulary zinajengwa nini ni this imposters mnanijenga ni unafanya what is this composure yangu ni grey area force B.
Castly the gang.
that?
Is it knocking on my window?
Who's knocking at my window?
I'm out here in the bando.
I'm out here in the bando.
Going in, I gotta ride.
I'm built different from you actors, you cosplay rappers. Always trend hopping, yeah, that's hustling backwards. Your craft is built on professional capping. I got some knowledge for you if you're willing to tap in. Way back since my umbilical was cut, even my mama said I've been lyrical as fuck. When the nurse spanked me, I ain't shed a single tear, but instead I spit a mean 16 right in the ER. We are the renaissance of this new rap shit. Came up in the new age, but in tune with the classics. Feel it in my tone, my cadence, the way I rap this. Lay it on the wax, kick back, light up a fat spliff. That biff help me maintain my equilibrium. The way I do my thing, gotta wetter than an amphibian. Get it on my dolo, don't really need no affiliates. Up in the cut, up in the cut, up in the cut. Tell me who is that knocking on my window? Can't you see that we are hot boxing with the kinfolk? Head on the swivel, we living in the limbo. Can't get over sentimental, Nini Damus, yo Maringo. You know who, right? That
Is it knocking on my window?
who's knocking at my window?
I'm out here in the bando.
I'm out here in the bando.
Going in, I gotta ride.
Who's that?
Nani huyu kwa dirisha? Nani huyu anabisha? Niko where he's your
who's that knocking on my window? For your info, I'm locked in, ain't no telling when I'm gon' let go. Can't slow momentum or step down the tempo. Gotta learn from them losses, nothing's coincidental. Na hela ndio nasaka kwa kichaka ya Nairobi. Pesha ganji pesa, gotta get on top of that money. And it can't always be sunny, but I'ma always keep it running. And whether it rain or shine, that's how I'ma keep it coming. I swear I'ma keep on gunning for the top, keep on burning up the crowd. Still screw them damn cops, say some op, and I'm obstinately sticking to the scripted dream. Got me wishing for nothing, only wishing for energy to keep blazing up these beats. You know me, been killing this since before my nuts dropped at 13. When I first stepped foot into a booth, they knew I was nothing but truth. So if you talking down, it's cause you got nothing to do but to be hating on this highly blessed youth. Shutting your mouth is the only thing I'd request you to do. But if I was you, I'd be hating on me too. Your girlfriend met me and told me that she don't need you. Damn, you need hardly a game, nothing's ever the same. Only talk when I damn, cause she knew you were lame. If you knew what's best for you, you stay in your lane. Say it with your chest if you're trying to use my name. Right, who's that?
Is it knocking on my window?
Who's knocking at my window?
I'm out here in the bando.
I'm out here in the bando.
Going in, I gotta ride.
Who's that?
Nani huyu kwa dirisha?
Kwa dirisha.
Nani huyu anabisha? Niko where he's your
JMK's done it again.
Hey bro, JK's doing a maz on this one.
Yo 5-8 kia kwa nini kesho Jumini star KJB anpa head no brainer. Chali yake anampa stress, anateta ni mbeina. Babi kila sana ni cheki na pria na go na knees. Anadai kuhang na team, anadai kuhang juu gengi na win. Jumini star KJB anpa head no brainer. Chali yake anampa stress, anateta ni mbeina. Babi kila sana ni cheki na pria na go na knees. Anadai kuhang na team, anadai kuhang juu gengi na win. Babi lakini anatekwa na chrome. Hama hose kwa DM wame chrome. Asma X I'm toxic kezi ni acha jahi bone. Asma X I'm toxic kezi ni acha jahi bone. Yo 24/7 studio na rap. Bitches keep blowing my DM from AM to PM. Sometimes you mark like I didn't see him. Wananipenda juu ya fame na Jody Souls don't love me. Nenda super greasy mode, ni marek kama Bugatti. Jumini star KJB anpa head no brainer. Chali yake anampa stress, anateta
teta ni mbeina babi kila sana ni cheki na pria na go na knees. Anadai kuhang na team, anadai kuhang juu gengi na win. Juu mini star ka JB anpa head no brainer. Tali yake anampa stress, anateta ni mbeina babi kila sana ni cheki na pria na go na knees. Anadai kuhang na team, anadai kuhang juu gengi na win.
AJ una klimumpo anapria na go na knees. Anapenda kupelekwa out azin, anapenda matreat. Kimuliza anapenda macakes, kimuliza anapenda macreams. And she always on the crib fine B, anapenda kupiga mapics. Oh boy amecatch my feelings, mpo wake anaroll na team. Amechoka kuboya mapizza, nataka nimuoneshe hii life ya East. Anasema my friends indeed, sometimes anadai kunikiss. Anasema my friends indeed sir, sometimes anadai kunikiss. Everyday tunakuanga ma meds strictly, easy track ni ma overdose. Wanauliza wana ask ni nini, ni wapo tume overload. Nimeball drip zangu it's so low, Mr. Copado. D-boy sisi in Madon, Don Junior and El Chapo. Like it or not, ngoma zetu ziko on repeat. Tunachafua hizi mashoto boy, tunawacha waki sweep. Si tuko fresh kama daily milk. Ni aluta kibiriti, ni mastim na matopa ting.
Juu mini star ka JB anpa head no brainer. Tali yake anampa stress, anateta ni mbeina babi kila sana ni cheki na pria na go na knees. Anadai kuhang na team, anadai kuhang juu gengi na win. Juu mini star ka JB anpa head no brainer. Tali yake anampa stress, anateta ni mbeina babi kila sana ni cheki na pria na go na knees. Anadai kuhang na team, anadai kuhang juu gengi na win.
JMK's done it again.
Hey bro, JK's doing a buzz on this one.
Unanipeleka Yes, then people, welcome back to 254 Express, going up on a Tuesday. Woo 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 with me, Kami Mukindia. I'm your captain of the ship today. Today, guys, I am freaking stoked to have my guests in front of me. I've written you guys a little intro. Are you ready?
Yeah, of course.
Are you ready?
Good.
Are you guys ready for your intro?
We were born ready.
Born ready. Alrighty.
Yeah.
My guests today are two of East Africa's top comedians, even though one of them is from Nigeria, both of which have cultivated a massive following across platforms. First off, we have MC Mitch, who is a new style stand-up comedian and star-studded actor, famously known for his role. Please, guys, mind my British accent as I say this. Makwakwa. Yes. Woo! Guys, if you don't know who Makwakwa is, then I don't know if you're not in Kenya. He's also a brand ambassador with one of the top brands, multiple brands, Multichoice, Kenya Techno, and Uber. And then, of course, we have Niger's very own Oga Bachelor in the building. Born in Los Gidi in Lagos. Besides being a comedian, Oga is also a published author. Wow. A commercial model and all-round charmer. I was told you're a charmer.
Bachelor boy. No, let me just add some star to him.
Please.
International.
International.
Just one more to highlight it.
Yes.
Badass.
You heard it directly from Mitch, guys. They're both here to discuss the upcoming Laugh Festival, brought to you by Gilby's, coming up on December 10th at KICC. Founded and hosted by the legend himself, Churchill. Guys, they will both be performing.
Of course.
Yep, so you better get your tickets now. Well, before we get into that, guys, welcome.
Thank you. We're grateful.
Yeah, I'm really happy to have you guys here. But before we get into the whole Laugh Festival,
before we get into everything, what was your name?
Oh, my name is Kami Mukindia.
Hey,
I'm the
bro,
host.
Can you just say it?
Kami
Mukindia.
I knew it.
You struggle with
ma?
Mukindia.
Mukindia.
Yeah, it's a Meru name.
It's a Meru name.
The full one is Mto Mukindia.
But the way you're saying it with that British accent, feeling like it's more of UK-ish, coming Mukindia.
You know? Yeah, I did.
It comes like something like a MacArthur,
Yeah.
Mukindia.
Don't make fun of me. This is the number one thing people make fun of me in this Nairobi is this accent of mine that I had to pick up when I was abroad.
Oh, you were abroad?
Yes.
When was that?
For 7 years during high school and university.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was in the UK. But guys, no, we're not here to talk about. No, guys, we can't be talking about my background right now.
You were in the UK for 7 years.
Yes, I was.
From what? From which year to which year?
From 2015 till now.
What did Jesus say?
2015.
20.
2015 till now.
No, I'm not gonna take this, guys. I'm not gonna take an hour of this. No, I have to draw the line
from
here.
2015.
From 2015
to
2020, 2022.
So just the other year.
Just the other year.
Not this year.
Nah, yeah.
So you just came back.
Yeah, I just came back. I'm fresh.
Summer Benny.
Everyone calls us that. She's also low-key a summer bunny, but shout out Imogen, our social media person in the background.
Oh,
She's
nice.
gonna be holding us down. Right then, guys, we have a different audience to most radio stations. We're very useful. We're very vibrant. So just in case these people don't know who you are, shame on you, by the way. But just in case, we want to get to know you. And I want to know how you both got into comedy. It's a mundane, boring question, but it's interesting.
Yeah, true.
Yes.
Starting with Badass.
Let's go.
How did I get into comedy? I was broke.
And you went into comedy.
Yeah.
This man had money.
If I had money at that time,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have ventured into comedy. If I was in Nigeria, right now, I wouldn't have ventured into comedy.
Why? What would you have done instead?
What would I have done? Probably something like probably acting full time.
Oh, wow.
That was the first talent I discovered. Then football. Comedy came like it was a do or die option at that time.
I had to. Yeah. My friends at that time told me like, see, you're funny. You always make us laugh. Try comedy. It might go through. Then the first time I did it, it backfired.
You know those. I want to hear that story of how it backfired.
Funny enough, it was a corporate gig. My first ever gig was a corporate gig.
Oh my goodness! How did you manage that?
The guy met me that like we had a meeting, like a roundtable meeting. Then I was just saying I was just speaking, and people were laughing. They were like, "Hey, are you a comedian?" I'm like, oh, yes,
sure.
Yes,
of course I am.
We have a end of the year party. We want you to perform.
Yeah.
I'm like, fine. It's comedians to me. I'm natural. Then I went there. I did rehearse. I didn't do anything because I was thinking it was the same way I always speak to people. Like once we're seated. Then I got there. I'm like, it's me. It's comedy. I'm natural. I went there. I stood up. I said the first thing.
People are just staring.
We're like, okay. The second joke, people were like, okay. The third one, nothing.
It's like when you are going on stage, comedy came and just whispered into your eye, "Hey, follow me outside."
Catch me outside right now. Catch me outside right now.
Like crazy.
That's
then
interesting.
I went back home. I cried, of course.
We love a man that cries.
Hey, no, I did cry. It was embarrassing.
I can imagine. But even like in a corporate setting, even those guys, they're not ready to laugh. They're not ready to like enjoy.
Trust
like
me.
the vibes must have not been there.
It was a serious vibe. So I was trying to even get to them. It was hard.
Yeah.
Then I went back home. Then I knew I had to rehearse. I had to write something down. I need to rehearse over and over and over. So what brought me to comedy was hunger. I was hungry. I had no more at that time. It was my saving grace.
That's actually so interesting. Most people, if they're broke, wouldn't turn to like the creative space, especially in Kenya. But we're gonna get into that. MC Mitch,
Yeah, man.
how did you get into comedy? Please.
I just found myself here, man.
You just
woke up and hey. So
You just
let me
dropped
say
yourself
it's been a gradual growth.
Right.
I've been funny. I was born funny. But if I wasn't doing comedy, I would be doing comedy.
There was no other route for you to take.
No, either way, because I remember why I say this, because I remember even when I was in campus, when I was graduating and all that thing, you know, I was telling myself, yes, of course I can get into some corporate world, maybe working in a bank or something, but then I was like, I'll still find time to do comedy.
So it's a passion.
It's a passion.
It's
man.
a deep passion.
Yeah, but professionally doing comedy, I started it in 2017. Professionally. Now, where I am doing it for money.
Yeah, you have gigs and you're paid.
I have gigs,
and
yes.
everything.
I have a rate card, you know. You have an understood presentation on stage,
proposals,
and all that stuff.
all of that stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then it's gradual. It started all the way when I was a kid. You know, getting to understand, so you can make a living from just making people laugh. All right, then I got to get on this hard on.
You have to.
Yeah, and then so by the time I was in high school, you know, there was thus acting, some comedy stuff, but then we didn't know how to do it professionally because, you know, you're doing it just to win an award.
True.
You know, and then you got into campus, and then I got to meet a lot of comedians.
So did you do shows in campus?
Yes!
Oh, that's sick.
What made me.
Rep your campus. Which uni did you go to?
Kenyere University, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
So I met many of the comedians in Kenyatta University. You know, Kina Sleepy David. Actually, Sleepy David was the first person I met.
Wow.
There was Caris, YY, a lot of them.
You were surrounded by that culture and that group of people that were pioneering this.
And I could feel the energy they are getting from the people. You know, when they walk around, they'll be like, "Yo," and I was like,
This is what you want. You want attention.
So I've been trying to get these ladies and they're not looking my side. Wait until I get that microphone.
Let me tell you, there's something about funny guys. You can be like, I don't care if you're the most handsome man I've ever seen. If you can't make me laugh, move to the side. Get out. Just
imagine now you're just surrounded by two funny guys. How you gonna make this a issue?
So you enjoyed, both of you, I'm guessing, enjoyed that feeling of being on stage and on making people laugh and that electric energy. What's that like?
Yeah. The problem is not getting on stage. Where they hope whatever is backstage.
Right.
Getting on stage is not the problem. It's now you get
just before
you get on
the
stage.
Anticipation, the nerves.
Yo, comedians are backstage. We are shaking.
You know, you never know because you guys are so like charismatic
It's
and
only on stage.
confident and
That's just on stage. That's
That's on stage.
That's the screensaver. That's the wallpaper.
That's why you guys are actors because
They're
you
big
can.
time.
I
If we
get
say
it.
something on stage and the audience vibe to whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
Hey, the confidence now that it gives you. And that's where the graceful part of us comes out.
Right.
comes out. Then we're like,
And it comes natural. You're enjoying.
But before we get on stage,
Yo.
Lord have mercy.
Have you ever seen someone walk in town speaking to themselves? They're just having a meeting within themselves.
Within the mind, yeah.
Yes, and you can even tell him meeting him a backfire vibaya.
You hate that negative self-talk in your head.
So that's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
What happens backstage just before you get on stage. You know, people are just walking up and down. And they're
Right.
trying to, because sometimes you have to change your script just before you get on stage.
Wow. And then how do you improvise?
When you look at the audience, the energy
is different.
And then you'll be like, yo, the script I have doesn't.
It doesn't work.
It cannot. That's why you have to be. That's why it's good for comedians to perform over and over and over again.
Yes.
So
when
you
you're on
learn how to
stage-
adapt.
Adapt. That's the keyword. That's the
Adapt.
keyword. Adaptation. You might be on stage, you think your material is funny. Then you throw the first joke. People are wondering. Hey,
Everyone's like, hey, who's this guy?
especially if the comedian before you has killed the show badly.
Hey, Alsace.
I would rather go after someone that's done badly so I don't feel as
because
much
if
pressure.
somebody just killed it seriously.
Oh, then the vibe is dead.
Not really. The vibe
is up.
What do you mean?
The bar has been set.
Okay. Oh, you mean if they've killed it? Right.
So you
I
have to
get
you have to either surpass or just be at that level.
True.
You
I
can
get
never
you.
be anything lower than it.
No.
Ever.
Have you guys had what's your worst experience on stage where you're like, hey, okay, I've really just traumatized here, like.
Now there's this. Actually, mine have been two. Even my first corporate gig. My first gig was corporate. So I was on stage with. I asked what kind of audience are we dealing with. They told me some, let's say 27 to 40, 45. Those are vibe people. The people who can match your energy and stuff. True. Yo. I got on stage and I'm dealing with 50, 60, 70. I'm not kidding. Damn. And I had already prepared a script for 30 minutes. Damn. So I know I'm going to kill these people back to back. Yo.
Hey, what kind of stage you saying?
Just imagine preparing to go and kill and you are the one who's dying. Because I went to say the first thing I saw was this guy, some gray hair, big, and it was a round table thing, so there were tables.
Yeah, those tables, those galas, those corporate galas.
And if in a table some two guys look at you and they are 60, definitely the people surrounding them are 60s.
Also,
show me your friends, I tell your age.
Great
and that apparently I didn't have the knowledge to change the script at that time. So I had to go with what I had, knowing deep down, this is not even gonna work. But because I needed to be paid.
Yeah, so
he had to perform.
Anything for the bag. Period. You have to get it done.
And the second one, I went to this after party. And I was told it's I have to know before, and the guy told me ni mavijana 18 to 35.
Okay, that's a good.
They
can vibe.
Exactly, that's a good audience. I prepared content, on ladies,
dating, relationships,
exactly, clubbing, dating, relationships, And I didn't even check the audience because I was like, it's an after party, definitely. I was hitting the stage, pap, wa mama, watoto.
Children are in the audience. And you're about to talk about drinking. Children are just there with their moms.
And with moms and kids, you have to talk about something that is family related.
Family friendly, not explicit. It has to be,
Imagine getting your jokes all the way from Gilbey's to white coffee.
I have had that issue before. I was on stage because they told me it's a youth function too. Then I'm finding children. I told all the children there to close their ears. I told them, put your hands like this.
Kids.
I perform. I've already been paid. I cannot perform.
You cannot go.
I've already been paid. And this type of people, they pay before the show. I've already been paid. I told them,
you have nothing to lose.
I said, put your hands in your hair like this. I don't see your hands out. People were laughing. I'm like, I cannot go backstage. What are you trying to tell me?
I must give the owner value.
No, literally.
So comedy is technical.
It seems, and you have to really know your audience. Is what it sounds like, and adapt.
And it's not like well, I say to my experience, comedy is the purest form of art.
Wow.
You have to be intelligent.
Why did you say
You have
so?
to be very intelligent.
Yeah.
Very. And because there are so many things you have to look at, your audience, your demography, where are you doing your show? Because you can't go to Turkana and tell us, so yesterday it was raining at my place. They'll be like, yo, we never seen that.
We haven't known rain in so long. Like,
you know,
that's you have to be quick-witted and intelligent. I see that.
Exactly. And even the literacy level of the people you're working
right.
with.
And one thing I love about comedians is that you guys have you have a good eye. You see things in society that might be when you say it, it becomes obvious, but no one notices before you guys say it. And you guys bring it out in such a funny, digestible way where we're like, actually,
so that's why when you say people be like, yeah, you know, because you sit in a different light.
True.
Yeah.
Exactly. You see, and another thing that makes it even more technical is comedy reception is one-on-one. There is no cut, take two. Let's do it again.
Whoa.
No, it's not like that. That's
once you're on stage, that's
it.
What you say,
you guys are brave.
It's off. It has just gone.
A comedian's value is as good as the last show he killed. As soon as you kill this show, that your value is at that. The next show you do and it backfires, your value comes back to zero.
It comes back to zero.
You start building again from scratch.
So you need to be really resilient and like you can't let things get to you.
Exactly.
You just have to be like hard-headed almost. Just like, no, it's okay. We'll keep going.
Exactly. And where it even gets even more delicate. You know, as a comedian, like as a musician can do one song and perform the same song for years.
True, but you guys can't repeat jokes.
You have to be
fresh,
original and fresh every time you appear on stage.
Wow, you guys are really like opening up my eyes.
We always move with our book. Like if I put my bag for you now, you see
you have something.
You have my book. Just in case now I'm here now, I get one or two jokes. After the show, I write it down. Or if I show you my notepad.
Oh yeah, your notes up. You just
full of content.
It's packed.
That's amazing. Guys, Radio 254 is like all about pushing creatives to pursue their careers, and I would consider comedy like one of the highest forms of creativity, that space or whatever. But did you guys ever receive pushback on becoming comedians from like loved ones around you? Because it's not the conventional route, like and we all have African parents of a different generation. Give us a story. That's why you come in.
Definitely. Okay, growing up, as I said earlier, I've always been naturally funny with my peers. Like even my father, I think I got one of the first whatever I saw. One of the first comical things I saw was my dad. My dad would go to work, come back home, change into my mom's clothes. Then pretend to be my mom for that evening.
I love that.
My mother would laugh,
cry,
I'll see her cry. I'll see her. I'm like, wow, this is beautiful.
Oh.
So now, me seeing that, me going into that space, like over and over again, I knew at the back of my mind, if nothing works, if football does not work for me, if acting does not work for me, comedy might work. So now, when it was time for me now to not get into the whole comedy business, my parents did not say anything because my father already knew that I might try it at some point. But now, as an African parent, they will still want you to do what they want you to do. Because right now, I'm a computer science graduate.
Wow.
Computer science.
Well done.
That's so my parents always had that in mind. So now the comedy thing, I told them, I've started doing shows in Kenya. This is what I do. They're like, okay.
Oh, okay.
The day they saw the first paycheck, now my paycheck. My father told me, leave computer science. Let's focus on this comedy.
It's always like that. As soon as they see, actually, this can be something, they're like, yeah, go for it.
They have never asked me about, have you applied for a job? Have you done everything? They ask me, when is the next show? How was the previous show? When are we getting the next show? Send us the link to the last show.
At least they're supportive. That's so sweet.
No, they have to be. I send money home every week.
Provider. We love to see it.
Fits you.
Yes, exactly.
The hand that fits you.
Wow, that's an interesting switch from okay to when's the next show? What about you, MC Mitch?
So me, I think I've had a very supportive family.
Nice.
Because since let's say for example, let me just base it on high school. That's when I could really display what I'm made of. That's when I could get on stage and act like seriously. My mom always knew me as this silent guy because that's who I've always been. But then when I get on stage, my mom was surprised. So surprised. That's I was in Form 1.
Yeah.
Being in Form 1 and then winning the most prolific.
As a Form 1?
Yes.
Wow.
For real. And
Giving
then
those Form 4s a run for their money.
So no, I didn't really get a big backlash from family and friends were like, yo, you got it.
You got this.
You just go do it. So from friends and family, it was okay until I got into the real thing, the industry, man.
It's ruthless.
Ruthless. Yo, it's bad. I can't say I had more of an expectations because I believe in some kind of growth.
Right.
But then there's a time when you feel like you deserve that slot, but then you're somebody who's giving out that slot, so somebody better.
And then they're like, anyway, no.
You felt like, I'm the best.
Yeah.
But there are people who are bad.
Dangerous comedians.
You see, so you be expecting to have that slot again, but then you can't have it.
You can't get it because it's been given to someone else.
Yes, and that's someone else for real. They are good.
Yeah.
So what you can do is to learn from them and be patient.
True. It's for a time.
Patience and knowing your time will come.
Exactly. You see, because some people get preach.
In church today.
That's story. No.
Because some people get on stage and they be like, now since I performed today, that is it. No. Even the purest of gold goes through fire. So sometimes it gets tough, really tough, man.
But pressure makes diamonds. Hey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can think you're funny, like when you're even going through your material, be like, guys,
come on. Who can touch me right now?
But then somebody gets on stage and they'll be like,
okay, wait. Let me look at my notes again.
What have I been? Even your notes can be funny the previous night.
But then you wake up the next day.
I think one thing comedians should stop doing is writing jokes at night. Because your brain is tired. So tell your brain at that time, it's fun, it goes well.
You're like, this will kill.
In the morning,
boss,
7 a.m. sharp.
Go through what you are writing.
What was this rubbish?
I can tell you for a fact, my book has a lot of and it's pages, because you really spend time to write.
Yeah, of course.
And man, you wake up in the morning, it doesn't make sense to you.
It doesn't make sense.
So your confidence is tested in the beginning, and that's what you're saying. Patience. Like you'll be pushed aside sometimes when you've already been given a slot.
And that's when you come to learn. It's not just all about creating and writing.
Right.
There's the performance bit of it.
And the industry bit of it.
Exactly.
Like the game that you have to play behind the scenes. Wow.
And and there's a time when you can, from your imagination, you see this, how I'm going to deliver it, and this is the reception I might be getting. But then you get on stage and it's just upside down.
Different reception.
Would you say that's the hardest thing of being a comedian? Like, what's the hardest part of being a comedian?
That is it, the reception.
Yeah.
Because every comedian, once we write a joke, we play out the audience laughter. If I write a joke and I can tell, they'll laugh this way, they'll laugh this way. Then you go on stage, they don't laugh the way you expect. It even kills your momentum for the second joke.
Yeah.
It kills everything.
It throws you off.
Yes.
It's because you're doing a routine, and if something messes up the routine, then all of a sudden.
And comedy is another technical point of it is the audience judges you with time. The first 3 seconds determines if they will listen to you for the second 5 seconds, for the next 5 seconds.
True.
If they can listen to you for 5 seconds, they can listen to you for 8 seconds.
If
they can listen to you for 8 seconds, they can give you their 30. They can give you their 30. If they can give you 30, they can give you 2 minutes. If they can give you 2 minutes, they can give you 5, 10.
Wow.
So it's so technical.
You guys are teaching me a lot.
It's all about timing.
Timing. Very important.
Even with timing. I hear a lot of comedians abroad talking about like timing and everything, but that's what they mean.
Yeah,
timing is very.
You can't just get on stage and start with your longest joke.
No, you have to be calculated.
You have to prove to them like, you guys, We got this.
We got this. Yeah. Wow, guys. I'm enjoying this conversation so far. We're going to take a brief music break, and when we come back, we're going to get into the Laugh Festival that's coming up on the 10th of December at KICC, guys. And they're going to unpack what we can expect, right, guys?
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. All right, guys, we'll be right back. This is Geri Ngeri by Wakarinali.
Fala me kam na me zubana na cheki adi Subaru Mambari me kam na meja Subaru Mambari me kam na meja Subaru Mambari me kam na meja Cheki fala me kam na me zubana na cheki adi Subaru Mambari me kam na meja Subaru Mambari me kam na meja Subaru Mambari me kam na
kinini kidul kam na kinini kibukudu kam na kinini Ali kam na kinini kidul kam na kinini kibukudu kam na kinini na imeja kibukudu kudu my guy hisi toy ziwa urush na mina jienjoy tuliwa bumbrush HK ya Michael Brooklyn na Missy Boy sina jongo sina form sina cheddar bila mbesha still machaji walichuna ngeusi una mattress kwako sema form muunga mjinga niko zone pass curfew magiza niko biz shbadi ting alikujia magizgiz I'm sorry ilidim I'm sorry nimedim I'm sorry ilidim I'm sorry imedim I'm sorry I
Subaru na kam na mambaru amekrom zaidi ya mzinga na zile vitu wrong Munga saboy yepa chom na imepong Digitali jabakali shikisha na dosh Maisha posh na maomre wa palen kana nkoch Taxi na magego za ugoro zinawaka shinda torch za magwatch Idhani mbaya lola mbota lola watch Yeah kwa idarasa mindo teacher mindo coach Zimewaka zimeliet zimemwatch Mbare ya gadeshe atuna kasheshe Maybe tukdiokore na tukufanyage patient Boom boom Yeah boom. Cheki fala me kam na me zubana na cheki adi Subaru Mambari me kam na meja Subaru Mambari me kam na meja Subaru Mambari me kam na meja Cheki fala me kam na me zubana na cheki adi Subaru Mambari me kam na meja Subaru Mambari me kam na meja Subaru Mambari me kam na meja
kam na kinini kibukudu kam na kinini Ali kam na kinini kidul kam na kinini kibukudu kam na kinini
Zimshika za ki-white boy akiwa maduu ya Riomo na cocktoy Icho kidiu raisi kufanye winge kwa soil bro na kidiu ragudungwa na rock boy atuitishi ruhusa kuguza tunaishi nchi raisu tundura na ukisnitch juu ya click unasundwa shock deli tunakam kuchunguza umbwa cock dating ka umekam kutunyuria finga imekwama kwa trigger unabuya sikam kiwa steam ka utaki kupanguzwa ni genje njege walikam kuwa
alikam na kidudu dum kama hawamini unaweza kugulum saizo chapa ni maini na kindukulu walifanya zote zishuke chini pungulu Atiskade amechange Atiskade amechange kwani una expect nini fadhi akikubless ni mapupu bitch nigga manze kuva vest cheki dosh hakuna haraka manze tuapeleke mos chungo sipate baraka waseme ni wash lifanya to kila kitu kwa mbosho kina waka popote umoroto matoa msupa wako akipewa kiboko
cheki fala me kam na me zubana na cheki adi Subaru Mambari me kam na meja Subaru Mambari me kam na meja Subaru Mambari me kam na meja cheki fala me kam na me zubana na cheki adi Subaru Mambari me kam na meja Subaru Mambari me kam na meja Subaru Mambari me kam na
kinini kidul kam na kinini kibukudu kam na kinini Ali kam na kinini kidul kam na kinini kibukudu kam na kinini na imeja
What do you know about 11 Block?
Let the shit raw.
Hey. Whoa. My niggas, you won't pull them triggers. Yeah, MK, that's my dog. Z Vibe got the dog. Yeah, Benjamin Franklin, nigga. Gang. Ay, yeah. I'm a Dundada. Gucci flip flops, I'm rock Prada. Nigga, I'm a big shark. I don't need a life vest. Go and get the most money. Nigga, it's a life test. Only goal is to write checks. Shorty tryna come and put a hole in my latex. Showing fake love, so I made it out the projects. I'm fake thugs, I be smoking them and counting. Checkbook on me like a nigga accountant. I'm a big 8 that's on top of the mountain. Remember school days, had to sign in, sign out. Now I hit the mall, spending blues till I cash out. Benji working with me and you know I'm in my prime now. Come and run up on me, find out. Yeah, little nigga, come and find out. The woo way, yeah, I'm on my grind now.
Dusty on my feet, I've been soaking on the heat. Ducking on the fares while I'm skimming for more checks. Triggered by the leeches who be stalking on my pay. I don't owe you nothing, nigga, you was never really gang. Shit that hit the fan when they caught up with my mans. Slugs on his chest, all that shit just for a bitch. Anytime I'm out the house, I don't know if I'll be back. Mtani niwe kusema au kanyagiwe mataa. Stuck to the plan, elevated up the chain. Out the blue, rocking jewels, I predicted I'll be here. Money was the motive, nigga, speakers pulled the years. Took me years to perfect it, cultivated with my peers. Grounded on my boots, still connected to my roots. Smoking on the suit, manifesting on my truth. Raise the bar high enough, you'd have thought I was a Jew. Well invested in this bitch, got no family fuse. Xander,
I'm a Dundada. Gucci flip flops, I'm rock Prada. Nigga, I'm a big shark. I don't need a life vest. Go and get the most money. Nigga, it's a life test. Only goal is to write checks. Shorty tryna come and put a hole in my latex. Showing fake love, so I made it out the projects. I'm fake thugs, I be smoking them and counting.
Sip, see the lean be a killer. I had 100 killies, but I only got 3 niggas. I'm on my grind car, mama racing when I come alive in the night, but some move like a thriller. It's okay that Cali make it right. It's alright for a hook on my slide. But when it's time for the time, I can never be a fraud. Put my life on the line, put my destiny on hold. Hey, come my head's gon' blow away. Hey, come my head's gon' blow away. Hey, come my head's gon' blow away.
Gang, I'm a Dundada. Gucci flip flops, I'm rock Prada. Nigga, I'm a big shark. I don't need a life vest. Go and get the most money. Nigga, it's a life test. Only goal is to write checks. Shorty tryna come and put a hole in my latex. Showing fake love, so I made it out the projects. I'm fake thugs, I be smoking them and counting.
Dusty.
Yes, then, people. Welcome back to 254 Express. Going up on a Tuesday with me, of course, your host, Cami Makindia. We in at the building with MC Mitch and Oga Bachelor.
One and only.
Mitch, please tell them how you're making fun of me off air just now.
No. You know, how did you, there's a song that you just played after we went off air.
Yes.
What is it called?
Gary Nengi.
No, can you just can you just say it with the respect it needs? Can you say it with a genge kind of feeling?
Okay. Gary Nengi.
I know.
I'm trying.
I know.
Anyway, guys.
You're not even trying anything.
As you can see, we've been having an amazing time in the studio this evening, and I'm feeling very blessed to have these two talented comedians with me. And they're here to talk about the Laugh Festival coming up this December 10th at KICC, hosted by the legend himself, Churchill. Brought to you by Gilby's. Guys, tell me about it.
Well, I'll talk about the Gilby's later.
The Gilo.
Hey!
Yes, number one drink.
Gilo.
I don't care who you are, it's a humble.
So yeah, the Laugh Festival is here, man.
It's here.
Finally.
Yeah.
International. It's about time now we take Kenya to the next level.
You know, I was actually going to ask, like, where, you know, we need to be pushing the comedic scene to, and things like this is where, like, we're getting international. We're pushing it to the next level, to the world stage.
Exactly. Now getting to a point where we're putting the Kenyan comedy in an international map.
Amazing.
You know?
Amazing.
The Laugh Festival is here. I don't know. No.
What can they expect? Who will they see besides you two?
There is from Kenya or from the other countries?
Whichever countries you can think of, because I'm reading
let's
Uganda.
Make it even more serious.
Yes.
South Africa will be up in the place.
Stop it.
You guy, come on.
Piano.
Look at Kenyan lady. All you think is by the way, if you ever get a Kenyan lady wearing that baseball skirt. Is that baseball skirt?
No, it's not baseball. It's
tennis.
Tennis.
Oh, bachelor boy. Things that bring joy to my heart. Tennis skirt. And that's
oh my god.
Short inside.
And some long socks and sneakers. Mwangani, just look at the corner of the ankle here. There must be some kind of vumbi-ish.
Stop.
For real, and that's when you tell Amapiano vibe is up in the place.
It's up in the place. The audience members will pull up with their tennis skirts and long socks.
Well, so South Africa is in the house.
Yes.
Represented by Loyiso Gola. You know Loyiso?
Not familiar.
Loyiso, by the way, is a Daily Show correspondent.
Yes.
Not the Daily Show.
Yes.
By Trevor Noah.
Yes. But of course.
That's how serious it is.
Wow. International.
Yes. Malawi will bring forth Daliso Chaponda.
Wow.
Chaponda. The Britain Got Talent guy.
Yes.
Right.
The Britain Got Talent
Incredible.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. And I'm seeing, let me just fill in the blanks for you guys. Salvador from Uganda.
Salvador.
Yeah.
My favorite.
That's your favorite. Okay, everyone look up for Salvador. Q Dube from Zimbabwe.
Yes.
Jesse from Kenya. Oga Bachelor from Niger.
From Nigeria. Bro, you're representing Nigeria.
We're outside.
From this.
Are you feeling pressure?
Big pressure because the guy really before me was Basket Mouth.
Okay.
Basket Mouth came for the last
festival.
Wow.
So the bar has been set.
The bar has been set, and fans should expect just high standard of comedy throughout. I mean, if you two are gonna be there, that should say everything. It's gonna be vibes. It's gonna be vibes. So everyone can get their tickets from M Tickets or dial *229 *99# to get your tickets at 6 p.m. December 10th, KICC. Guys, do not miss this.
It's gonna be big.
It's big.
It is.
You know why it's going to be big? You know, there are reasons why it's going to be big. Number one, comedy has grown.
Word.
From the days of the OG Church Alive till now,
from the days of nyanya yangu alipiga mama yangu to now, let's address real shit now. Oh, sorry. I'm supposed
to say that? Don't worry. We'll bleep it out in post.
I mean, we are now addressing the elephant in the room.
Right.
It's about time we talk about real issues using comedy.
You're pushing the boundaries.
Exactly.
I respect that.
Now we're gonna talk about let's talk about GBV, gender-based violence, through comedy.
Wow.
Let's now let's talk about racism.
True.
Through comedy.
Xenophobia is in essay. We cannot avoid it.
A lot of people try and stay away from those topics or feel like comedy makes light of it. But from what I'm understanding, what you're saying is that you can actually bring light to these conversations, these difficult ones, raise awareness in a comedic way.
That's true.
True.
What topic of conversation have you done in your sets? That have you gotten any pushbacks from maybe brands like, oh, let's not talk about that, because I know how the industry works.
In my view, I know not so many people are ready to have these kind of conversations.
True. Very
not
true.
many brands are trying to be part of these conversations.
Right.
But it's about time.
It's about time.
Exactly. No matter how much they will step aside from it or they will try to push it, and it's that you cannot avoid it. It's society at the end of the day, and we are addressing society, and this is art. It is the face of society.
It is.
True.
We have no option, man.
I think the good thing with African market is we are still allowed the foundation of playing with such things. For an African market, you can talk about gender-based violence, talk about even relationships. You can talk about people's sexuality, the whole LGBTQ something. You can joke around with it, and the kickback won't be. It's not as heavy.
It's not as heavy as abroad.
Like for example, in the US, where they get to cancel you as a comedian.
Yeah, that's true.
For Africa, we've not gotten to that level yet. Our audience understands. They pay attention to the joke. They enjoy it, and
they let it go.
They let it go, but now, if you're going to like for example, if I'm to perform in America, I wouldn't touch anything on LGBTQ or
any of that stuff.
Nah, I'll just talk about my women and women only. Which is
Are you
safe to
guys
play.
worried about cancel culture coming to this side of the world and kind of hindering you guys from speaking freely?
It'll be hard. Why you canceling? Yeah. You can only
Who's gonna
cancel abroad. You
cancel
can't cancel, yeah.
Hey, you can't.
It'll
but-
be hard.
Okay.
But it's growing, man. I really appreciate the fact that people have now, the literacy level has really gone to
Yes.
some level where people
Yes.
now can get to understand and they understand that this is the real issue,
Yeah.
but this is comedy.
This is
so we are
comedy.
enjoying it, but at the same time we are getting information.
Exactly. And we can keep them separate, but also shine light on
Exactly.
said conversations. Where do you guys want to see the comedic industry moving? We're already making strides with Laugh Festival, but what would you like to see with the struggles you guys have been through, up and coming, the specific issues? What would you want to see?
Talking about the Kenyan comedy,
Yes.
I really want to see it on the international map, and that is really what I'm rooting for.
Yeah.
You know, we need to start communicating not only to our Kenyan audience or to our Kenyan fans, but let me talk to somebody in England
Right.
through my comedy from Kenya. Let me show you the face of Kenya.
Yes.
From the comfort of Kenya, but while you are maybe in the UK, or I can come to the UK and you can relate to what I'm telling you, because
Exactly.
it's now we're making this a village through art. Wow. You see,
Amazing.
so I'm really looking forward to communicating to the world.
What you have to say and what Kenya has to say.
Exactly.
And we have just as funny people as the Dave Chappelle's, as the
That's
whoever's.
what's up.
Exactly. What about you, Oga?
No, I think I actually agree with Mitch. If you're able, as a comedian, if you're able to sell out a stadium or sell out a show in another country, that means the culture is moving. So like Trevor Noah sells out shows in the United States.
Yes.
He's a South African.
Do you think other Africans will have to compromise some of their Africanness to pander to the Westerners?
No.
Maybe
that's
like
the
water
beauty of
yourself
it.
down.
That's the beauty of it. Trevor Noah does not keep his content for nobody. He talks about South Africa, their beliefs and their culture, and how Americans are trying to change that. He actually addresses issues big time. That's the good thing with African comedy. We as a comedy, you can't cancel Trevor Noah. If you cancel him, he goes back to
He
his
goes
country.
home and
Yes.
he'll still have a career.
Still have a career, big time career.
So true.
Yeah. So
So
I think
true.
as a comedian, once you're able to go to another country and sell out that space, then take your culture along with you. That's big.
Never compromise on your culture
Yeah,
is
never.
what you guys are saying
Yes.
to pander to those guys. I love that message. Ending on a nice question, I think, because a lot of young people, as I said, young budding comedians even, are listening to this right now. What advice would you give to them? I'll start with you, Mitch.
What I would tell them is start now. If you feel like you should, start now. And if you already started, just know it's tough. Because nobody said it would be easy. If it would have been easy, if it was easy, then everybody could have been doing it.
Exactly. We'd
So
have
it is
1,000.
tough. But then if you feel like you would really have what it takes to be a good comedian, then just go for it.
Great.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. Oga?
Yeah, for me, comedy will take your time and it will take your money. Because for me, for example, when I started out, I used to look at posters. If I see a poster on Instagram, I take the poster, I look at the phone numbers below. Then I call that number. Then I call them, hi, please, I've seen a poster, you have an event. I would like to perform for free, pro bono. So at that point, you get to polish your skills properly. So your stage presence grows, how you're able to adapt on stage. Even when I first performed on Churchill was surprised, like, how are you able to perform like this as your first time? I'm like, okay, my first time on Churchill, yes, but I've been performing.
You've been
I
performing.
have been performing.
You've
Whatever
been
I
in
gave
the
you
industry.
was the best of the best of the best of the best of every show I've done.
Wow.
So you have to learn how to, one, pro bono will come your way. Because I did pro bono for almost three years.
Yeah.
No money, I was not paid by anybody.
It's all
I
the
go with my own
creative
money.
space.
The worst thing they did, or the best thing they gave me at that time was lunch, or you guys call it lunch. Lunch. I have to put the Kenyan accent. The best thing they give is lunch, and or probably if the guy, if you did really well, then they give you like 500 to go home. So your time and because
maybe transport
of going to all those venues to and fro every weekend, every Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's a lot. So if you're ready, if you know that this is going to work for you, your time and money, then getting these two things is actually not the problem. Now, content. How smart are you? How intelligent are you? They can give you the platform, and if it backfires, nobody will call you back. If you call back next time, they won't give it that platform. So you have to be creative. You have to be intelligent.
That's true.
So
Amazing.
time, money, and
Intelligence and your wit.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you.
Is this something they say? Trust the process.
Word.
Comedy is serious. You have to really
Yeah,
have
actually
serious
have to.
trust.
Even when there's no end in sight and you feel like everything is crashing in, it just
keep moving.
keep going.
It's part of it.
I love that.
Yeah, it's part of it.
I love that.
You
Keep
see.
persevering, be persistent and patient.
Exactly.
Right?
And no, they never forget, if you're doing it, be consistent. Because people think consistency just makes somebody better. No, it's also a part of marketing.
Yep.
You know,
1000%.
when you're doing it
1000%.
consistently, people somebody will not even care for even in the first year you're doing, but the second will be like, yo, I've been seeing this guy for a minute. You know.
I remember the time I was calling those numbers. So they used to get some of them used to put my face on the poster. So at that time I was on every poster, but I had nothing. I had 0 shillings in my account.
But your face was out there.
My face was everywhere. I got respect. I got value.
Amazing.
So once you go to my IG page, you see all the posters. You're like, hey, so sir,
Guys.
how much do you charge? Because they think I've been paid for all those shows.
Exactly.
Because nobody knows. It's just me, myself, and I. They know that I've not been given a dime. But everybody says, see me, and they're like, wow, you must be very rich because of all the shows you've been doing. Only me know the softness I was going through.
There's only rice in the
But
fridge right now, guys.
The day I got my first, now somebody paid me like how much do you want to charge? Hey, it's catered for almost all those 1-2 years of me.
Exactly.
Gallivanting everywhere.
Yeah. Grinding, hustling.
Hey, trust me.
Trust the process.
And one more thing, if you're really into it, if you're sure you can't give it your 110%, don't show up. Just don't. It doesn't matter how small or big the event is. If you can't give your 110%, don't show up.
Give it your all.
Yes.
Is what
I mean,
you're
because
saying.
somebody's watching.
Yeah.
Every time there's somebody watching.
True.
So no matter how small it is, if you can't give it your 110%, just don't show up.
Don't bother
because,
showing up.
Yes, you'll spoil a lot of things. You're going to block a lot of opportunities.
I love that piece of advice.
No, because somebody will be like, this is fairly small show. So what I'll do is, let me just go do my thing. Go freestyle, just talk to them. And because they are not paying me or they are paid me less. No.
These guys are dropping gems for you guys. I hope all you young budding comedians
There was a show we were doing some time
in.
back. It was an English comedy show called Almost Famous.
Yeah.
Family.
Yo, from that Almost Famous show, we were doing it every week. We've done it for the last 1.5 years or something.
Yes.
There was a time we could even perform to 2 people.
Yes.
But trust me, those 2 people will go home and be like, yo,
That was the best show I've ever
you know.
Right.
Because they see the guys who are doing it are really doing it. And even the way they package themselves, they're really giving it their all.
True.
That's how, we get to learn and then get to have the trust of people. And up to this time being on the Africa Love Festival platform. That's a very big platform, by the way.
Massive.
Bigger than even the
Massive.
Churchill show.
Yes.
Because this is international.
It's international.
For someone to believe you, to put you on that kind of platform, you have what it takes. So it's also let me say it's a permanent and continuous quest.
Wow.
Never stop.
Never stop.
Yes.
Beautiful way to end. Just a beautiful way to end this entire segment. I hope you guys have enjoyed sitting down with me. I've been just really happy to have you sit across from me. And all of the listeners, you heard it. December 10th, where should they be?
KICC.
That's what I'm saying. Tickets on M-Tickets and Get Sure.
Single ladies.
So sorry, guys.
Please come too.
Having a
Single
bit
ladies,
of a glitch.
Please.
Make sure you get your tickets, single ladies. Oka Bachelor is waiting for you guys, please.
Your boyfriend's at home. Just come by yourself.
By the way, he didn't say something. He calls himself the Boo of the Bullets.
The one and only.
Sorry, again?
The Boo of the Bullets.
The Boo of the Bullets.
If you're lonely, I stand with you financially and physically.
Well, ladies, if you're looking for a Niger Oz band, you know where to find him December 10th, guys. Thank you to both of you for joining me. Up next is Blue Ticks by Calligraph Jones. You're listening to 254 Express with me, Kami Mukendia, and we'll be right back. Thank you again. Bye, guys.
Phone in a ring, I see do shit.
Probably cause I'm on my new shit. New shit. Cause kufala ni useless. Me broke hizo namba ni useless. Kwa meso na kulisha blue ticks. Phone nalia si do shit. Kwa meso na kulisha blue ticks. Now I kulisha my blue ticks. Now I julisha jo who's sick. And who's this? Ni baba kamam omolo jetelo so move bitch. Iko koju iko boosted. Kombe fona imekufted. Femibu washa kikushde. Kombe ya tari ikitu ni ruthless. Niko kwa midomo zao ka toothpaste. Mraze na baki yako toothless. Professor narudisha muste. Wataka kujumali muste. Kopande za kayole matuesday. Marapa mechoka mebeba ma suitcase, so mechoka na mi vile muspit. Na so see your girl like a fruitcake. You only come when she on it, a good dick. No attachments to a loose chick. It's bang, then it's deuce this. Architects nam kulisha blue ticks. Phone in a ring, I see do shit. Probably cause I'm on my new shit. Cause kufala ni useless. Me broke hizo namba ni useless. Kwa meso na kulisha blue ticks. Phone nalia si do shit. Kwa meso na kulisha blue ticks.
Mafisi wanatamani mchuze. Nikisimama huyu msichana ni mjuicy. Kucheki ni sare lakini kijana usiguse. Usiguse utafanya mini badilike vistupi. Upigwe, ukufe. Ni hamageto kambusi. Heta kaleta matusi. Heta kakanya bobuti makofiza lusi ya kanyang'anyo musi. Ujuaje shindi ujuzi. Ujuzi ya kwanza juzi. Juzi waliuliza hustis. Squeezy kwa meso ni blue ticks. Yacht party tuko Dubai. Kwa kibeti nimejaza mui guy. Expressway my new ride. Ficha sura watajua new guy. Origin bichi ndio siu buy. Kani fishi sisi tuna swim by. Kalife miki kini ya mui thai. Tiki tunawakulisha blue type.
Phone na ringa si do shit. Probably cause I'm on my new shit. Cause kufala ni useless. Me broke hizo namba ni useless. Kwa meso na kulisha blue ticks. Phone nalia si do shit. Kwa meso na kulisha blue ticks.
Ain't no business, you no loose lip. Cause they gon' end up on a news flick. Keep it confidential, keep my circle small and ducking niggas with them blue ticks. Cross the line and get the full clip. Feel like I'm back on my bullshit. Paper stacking, big the mission reason. I be booked every day like a school kid. Living legend, I'm a busy nigga. Can you quit it calling on my phone? If I think was if I want it, then I'd rather go and get it on my own. And 2 years ago, I done told you already I wanna be all alone. I decided if I'm talking to you, but in case I don't want it, then I fucking won't. I'm dripping water, go and get a bucket. Neck hella icy, everybody cold. I'm in control of this shit like a puppet. And for the other shit that you was stole. About to go ham, all these rappers is ducking. Once you return on this swag that you stole, okay, just skip it, cause honestly, fuck it. How many titles a nigga gon' hold? I'm not Illuminati, I don't own a Rari, but you think it's magic. How I'm bagging thotties, smell like Belva Gary. No rip up body, go and tell somebody, still I keep it solid. Nigga, this is chronic and it's supersonic. If you think about it, I was pretty honest. You can drop a comment, fucking up them comments. It's a murder scene anytime we on. Phone in a ring, I see do shit. Probably cause I'm on my new shit. Cause kufala ni useless. Me broke hizo namba ni useless. Kwa meso na kulisha blue ticks. Phone nalia si do shit. Kwa meso na kulisha blue ticks.
JMK's done it again.
Hey bro, JMK's doing a maz on this one.
Yo. Tano nane. Kia kwa nini kesho? Jumini star KJB anpa head no brainer. Tali yake anampa stress, anateta ni mbeina. Babi kila sana ni cheki na pria na go na knees. Anadai kuhang na team, anadai kuhang juu gengi na win. Jumini star KJB anpa head no brainer. Tali yake anampa stress, anateta ni mbeina. Babi kila sana ni cheki na pria na go na knees. Anadai kuhang na team, anadai kuhang juu gengi na win. Babi lakini anatekwa na chrome. Hama hose kwa DM wame chrome. Asma X I'm toxic kezi ni acha jahibon. Asma X I'm toxic kezi ni acha jahibon. Yo 24/7 studio na rap. Bitches keep blowing my DM from AM to PM. Sometimes you mark like I didn't see him. Wananipenda juu ya fame. Najua these souls don't love me. Nenda super greasy mode. Ni mareka mabukati. Jumini star KJB anpa head no brainer. Tali yake anampa stress, anateta ni mbeina. Babi kila sana ni cheki na pria na go na knees. Anadai kuhang na team, anadai kuhang juu gengi na win. Jumini star KJB anpa head no brainer. Tali yake anampa stress, anateta ni mbeina. Babi kila sana ni cheki na pria na go na knees. Anadai kuhang na team, anadai kuhang juu gengi na win.
AJ una klimumpo anapria na go na knees. Anapenda kupelekwa out azin, anapenda matreat. Kimuliza anapenda macakes, kimuliza anapenda macreams. And she always on the crib fine B, anapenda kupiga mapics. Oh boy amecatch my feelings, mpo wake ana roll na team. Amechoka kuboya mapizza, nataka nimuoneshe hii life ya East. Anasema my friends indeed, sometimes anadai kunikiss. Anasema my friends indeed sir, sometimes anadai kunikiss. Everyday tunakuanga ma meds strictly, easy track ni ma overdose. Wanauliza wana ask ni nini, ni wapo tume overload. Nimeball drip zangu it's solo Mr. Copado. D-boy sis in my don Jumian ki El Chapo. Like it or not, ngoma zetu ziko on repeat. Tunachafua hizi mashoto boy, tunawacha waki sweep. Sitko fresh kama daily milk. Ni aluta kibiriti, ni mastim na matopa ting.
Jumini star KJB anpa head no brainer. Tali yake anampa stress, anateta ni mbeina. Babi kila sana ni cheki na pria na go na knees. Anadai kuhang na team, anadai kuhang juu gengi na win. Jumini star KJB anpa head no brainer. Tali yake anampa stress, anateta ni mbeina. Babi kila sana ni cheki na pria na go na knees. Anadai kuhang na team, anadai kuhang juu gengi na win.
JMK's done it again.
Hey bro, JK's doing a buzz on this one.
Hey. Damn, Deuce. Stuck in more, but just tryna get paid. Mini just born, call me 007. Shorty got the cake, ututari bakery. Sing it to your God, chicken hit the John Legend. Says it Rudy. Harmed you, I mustn't. Stuck in more, but just tryna get paid. Mini just born, call me 007. Shorty.
Yo, nilingia mechi kabla niingia dole. Nikicheki heta na muonyesha kidole. Now they wanna talk, ati wanadai tuonge. Si tuli break up, si unichore. Nilikwanga like kabla niingie kole. Kama ni form basi kuja nikutole. Mi niko zabe na mashada na makonje. Nikipiga kitu ako za kuwa mpole. Pole ganji zina come to pole. Una kamaraka si ukuje pole. Dogo pole. Una kamaraka si ukuje pole. Ganji zina come to pole. Una kamaraka si ukuje pole. Dogo pole. Una kamaraka si ukuje pole. Come slowly, just know your opinion, it don't control me. Only call my likes, don't know what the man told me. No, they can't hold me. Just see as it is, I'm tryna ball like I'm cold. High school nilikuwa na washa ndani ya chodi. No fake friends, hakuna moja ndani ya mbogi. I just want that rich life, fast cars, private jet, millions in the bank, and I'm a baby cup food. Yeah, that's my kind of shit. I just popped the bean, now I'm feeling kinda lit. I just want some yak, I'm not really trying to hit. Maybe hit then dip, you won't see no sign of it. No, my shit is timeless, going more and childless. Anapenda shada, I call her your highness. I'm in the Simba, will you be my lioness? Everything is moi, everything is fine, thanks. Yo, nilingia mechi kabla niingia dole. Nikicheki heta na muonyesha kidole. Now they wanna talk, ati wanna date tuonge. Si tuli break up, si unichore. Nilikuanga like kabla niingie kole. Kama ni form basi kuja nikutole. Mi niko zabe na mashada na makonje. Nikipiga kitu ako za kuwa mpole. Pole pole, ganji zina come to pole pole. Una kamaraka si ukuje pole pole. Dogo dogo pole pole, una kamaraka si ukuje pole pole. Ganji zina come to pole pole. Una kamaraka si ukuje pole pole. Dogo dogo pole pole, una kamaraka si ukuje pole pole.
Siezi kuja pole pole. I want a team, you can call me Ole Ole. I'm spitting fire, nothing new, just like the old days. I'm trying to do better and get rid of my old ways. Speaking of, I used to fuck with him the long way. Now Siezi pick up if he call me. I can't let nobody stall me. I can never ever let nobody bomb me. Them rainbow on a haga imejaa. Pretty man, you can't handle her. Pretty man, I can't be the pursuer. Wakitaka beti, wanatuma mabarua anyway. Andamani utadai kusema pole. Jaribu beef, utakula tu vidole. Pressure, mi siwezi kuwa mpole. But I'm still patient, come to pole pole.
Yo, nilingia mechi kabla niingia dole. Nikicheki heta na muonyesha kidole. Now they wanna talk, ati wanna date tuonge. Si tuli break up, si unichore. Nilikuanga like kabla niingie kole. Kama ni form basi kuja nikutole. Mi niko zabe na mashada na makonje. Nikipiga kitu ako za kuwa mpole. Pole pole, ganji zina come to pole pole. Una kamaraka si ukuje pole pole. Dogo dogo pole pole, una kamaraka si ukuje pole pole. Ganji zina come to pole pole. Una kamaraka si ukuje pole pole. Dogo dogo pole pole, una kamaraka si ukuje pole pole. Slow it down to Leah, nigga, wait. Juna Jona nisikia, nigga, ay. Walikuwa nanichukia like just the other day. Sawa nanisalimia like hey. Sana dai kusikia what they say. When I hop up on the stage, I'm like ay. Now my hitter waki hit, I'm like ay. And they put it on a plate and I ate. Kwani huna haya, doge shonoka. Mbaru wakichomoka, sisi tunatoroka. Na usifike kwangu kanywele imebomoka. Usincheki tu mchache, kuna devo kwa loka. Yeah, I'm tryna make millions, no reverse orokoa. So if you got memes, take to spermatozoa. Sato deja vu, Sunday she's a church goer. Sato yoni wangu Sunday, me I don't know. Shoshali ni show, you must go to shash. So pedi miupitia kaibada bila was. Luku Sunday best Joe, wezi kala clash. Sometimes you take it slow and sometimes you take it fast. Ay. Slow it down to Leah, nigga, wait. Juna Jona nisikia, nigga, ay. Walikuwa nanichukia like just the other day. Sawa nanisalimia like hey. Sana dai kusikia what they say. When I hop up on the stage, I'm like ay. Now my hitter waki hit, I'm like ay. And they put it on a plate and I ate.
Hey, all the pussy ass niggas get the fuck up on my face. Ati na kulombo to, mimi na kuhembete. Rasha bela kama stove, sisi tuna levitate. Kila show to go front line, no need for headline. Another need this shorty told me where to find. Whiskey alisema inachoma bila chase. Risky if you moving with the offset in the area. Bogey making big moves, itabidi ututi, itabidi watu scare kasi stage ni kwa TV. Wanasema nitulie but they looking for so they
slow it down to Leah, nigga. Wait. Juna Jona nisikia, nigga. Ay. Walikuwa nanichukia like just the other day. Sawa nanisalimia like hey. Sana dai kusikia what they say. When I hop up on the stage, I'm like ay. Now my head waki hit, I'm like ay. And they put it on a plate and I ate.
I don't know about you guys, but as soon as it hits December, all I want to do is go out with friends, see family, and have a good time. It's December, it's Drinkcember. You know what we're gonna do. Personally, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be grabbing bottles of black and white whiskey, yes, and sharing them between my friends and family. Guys, let me just put you on. Black and white whiskey should be your drink of choice this festive season. Let me tell you why. It's so versatile. If you're a whiskey drinker and you like taking it neat, cool, that's amazing. Enjoy that. It's smooth, it's crisp, you're gonna love it. If you're like me and need a mixer, I love mixing it with sparkling water. This is a tip and trick for you guys. Sparkling water is personally my favorite way to take black and white, my favorite mixer, but I'd love to know yours. What would you take your black and white with? Please note that excessive alcohol consumption is harmful to your health and not for sale to persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
Soul generation, Suda. Love, yeah. Nimepatikana na ugonjwa wa mapenzi, hapo naniona mimi sijiwezi, na kulishwa ma good times na masensi. Mapenzi siku za wiki sasa zina feel kama ni weekendi, nikakupewa massage happy ending, but this time around I won't let you go. No, cause girl I need your medicine. Nikikuona mama nimepona, come through we make a scene. Cinema hawajawaiona, I need you 1 times 3, dosage ya daily. Girl I need your medicine, your medicine. Oh, love, soul generation. Love. Only love. Okay, niko na fever, akini na shiva. Yeah, I need a healer, come be my dealer. Oh yeah, I'm under pressure, be my stress reliever. Love, nikituma location, je utadeliver. Niko ICU, I'm under the flu, but my remedy is you. My night nurse, your fine us is the only answer. Girl, I need your medicine. Nikikuona mama nimepona, come through we make a scene. Ni sinema hawajawaiona, I need you 1 times 3, dosage ya daily. Girl, I need your medicine, your medicine. Oh, oh yeah. Only love can make you feel this good, baby. Dr. Soda be a mini magic pin. Tell me where you need me, Nina, issue to it. nothing. Nimebeba dawa kuwa ready to receive. Show me the place where you're feeling the pain, mama. You need some healing today. My ambulance is coming your way. Na nikikuja ninakuja to stay. All my days, girl, I need your medicine. Nikikuona mama nimepona. Come through, we make a scene. Ni sinema hawatawaiona. I'll need you, I'll need you. Don't set your day. Girl, I need your medicine. Your medicine, your medicine. Oh.
Yes, then, people, I hope you're enjoying today's show. We are having a few technical difficulties that I'm trying to currently work out, but sit tight. What did you guys think about that MC Mitch and Oga Bachelor interview? I had the best time. Personally, I had literally the best time. Great, 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 guys. And remember to check out the Laugh Festival happening on December 10th at KICC. Tickets are on M-Tickets. So there's no excuse, guys. It's an international laughter festival where you can expect vibes and great times and whatever. So in the meantime, though, it is still going up on a Tuesday. Well, I'm just trying to make you guys turn up, have a good time. You know the vibes already. You know what we're trying to do. And of course, today's show is brought to you by Black and White Whiskey. Better share it together. We only have 1 more hour to go, guys. Wow, time really does fly when you're having fun. So what should we play? What should we play? Yep, we're gonna play Karen, guys. You know me. Just always playing Karen. I, of course, am your host, Kami McKindia. You can follow me on all my socials at Kami McKindia on everything. You're listening to Radio 254. That's 24/7 Kenyan music, Kenyan content for y'all. Okay, let's listen to some Karen, True to Me, otherwise known as Sky Girls Anthem. Let's go.
Come on closer, come a little closer. Let me tell you what the future holds for me. I'll be shining, I'll be out here grinding. Let me show you what I'm growing up to be. I think this time I might look to the sky and I'll be unstoppable. You'll be ready to roll, yeah. I think it's cool when I play by my own rules. To myself, I'm staying true, yeah. I could be powerful, beautiful, and unstoppable. Yeah, that's who I am. I'll be true, that's where I stand, yeah, yeah. I'll be, baby, but no one's gonna take me. That's who I am. Always know I got a plan, yeah, yeah. Come on with me, let me show you how it's gonna be. Now since I'll be true to me, yeah, yeah. I'll be shining and I'll be grinding how it's supposed to be. Happy now that I can see it, yeah. I think this time I might put my head up high and I'll be unstoppable, yeah. I'll be ready to roll, yeah. I think it's cool when I play by my own rules. To myself, I'm staying true, yeah. I could be powerful, beautiful, and unstoppable, yeah, that's who I am. I'll be true, that's where I stand, yeah, yeah. Lovely, baby, but no one's gonna take me, yeah, that's who I am. Always know I got a plan, yeah, yeah. Lovely, baby, no one's gonna take me, that's who I am. Always know I got a plan, yeah, yeah. Lovely, cause I aim for the top, yeah, yeah. No one's gonna stop me, long as I put no one else above me. No, I'm never gonna stop, cause I aim for the top, yeah, yeah.